This is a story about a spiritual energy known as the Chaos Pearl, where two forces, good and evil, merge and become an unstoppable force. The Supreme Lord sends two immortal monks, Li Jin and his brother, Shen Gongbao, to stop the pearl. However, the pearl is too strong and absorbs energy quickly, prompting the Supreme Lord to trap it in a vase, dividing it into two magical parts, the Spirit Pearl and the Demon Pill, which combine its form into a lotus flower. Because the Demon Pill is indestructible, a curse is placed upon it, involving a lightning bolt that will destroy it after 3 years of life. Warrior Li Jin's son is destined to carry the Spirit Pill, and they will name him Nezah. Taiyi's task is to protect the lotus until the son is born, and he will become the 12th god of immortality in heaven, while Shen grows increasingly jealous. Lord Li is with his wife, who has been pregnant for 3 years, and Taiyi meets them. Shen is also present, but with bad intentions, as he casts a spell on one of the servants to steal the pearl by serving Taiyi a drink that intoxicates him. But only Taiyi can move the lotus, and no one else. The time for the birth approaches, and Li goes to Taiyi to open the lotus, but it seems he has forgotten the code and has only 5 attempts. If he fails, the lotus will close for 10 years. After 4 failed attempts, he finally succeeds on the 5th try, as the lotus can also be unlocked without the code using a handprint. The servant tries to steal from them, and while they confront him, an old lady steals the lotus and activates the demon pill, which they are now unable to stop. The energy transfers into his son, who is now reincarnated as a demon with a red symbol on his head. Meanwhile, Shen takes the spirit pill, intending to use it against the Supreme Lord for not giving him a chance to become the 12th god of immortality. Nezah becomes a furious red entity and quickly wreaks havoc, transforming and attacking people. But only Lord Taiyi can stop him by using a Kyonkon hoop to control him. Taiyi wants to kill Nezah since he is the reincarnation of the demon pill, but his father Li and his mother want to protect him, as he is still their son. However, the Supreme Lord has left a curse, which means Nezah only has 3 years to live. Meanwhile, Shen takes the spirit pill to his master, the Dragon King, beneath the sea, where he uses this pearl for his son, Ao Bink, who gains human form. Li and Taiyi go to the Supreme Lord to lift the curse from Nezah, only to discover that the Lord is not present. There is a cloud guarding the void portal, who says that the curse is unbreakable. The cloud is happy for company since he is usually alone, but one day here is equivalent to a year in a real world. Nezah grows during this time, so they must return soon. Although he has no friends, he plays Jianza with his mother. A guard advises her to put on armor after witnessing her son's strength and then invites them both to join the game. Duty calls though, and there is no time for her son, who is angry because he is once again left alone. Before him stands a guard preventing him from leaving, although he successfully slipped past last time. They argue and fight, which Nezah uses as an opportunity for his escape again. In the village, when people hear his voice, they all hide as the malevolent spirit he embodies brings unrest and terror to everyone, including children, whom he ensnares in many traps while mocking them. However, he crosses a line, prompting Taiyi to intervene and restrain Nezah, who is banned from entering the village. A year has passed, which means Nezah has only 2 years left to live, so they decide to send him to a magic world where he will learn proper behavior. Nezah enters a painting where reality changes according to desire with the brush. Taiyi demonstrates his imaginative skills and leads Nezah on an adventure, showing him spells to change forms. Nezah, excited, wants to try, but it took Taiyi half a year to master that skill, so he cannot grasp it immediately. He takes a short nap, and when he wakes up he sees Lady Yin, who finds that Nezah is drowning. So he helps him and obtains poison from a frog. Everything was a disguise, as Nezah mastered the spell in just 1 day. Then his parents come and lie, saying he is the reincarnation of the Spirit Pearl and must help others to fight monsters. so they give him a test here, which he fails because he destroys everything. However, Nezha steals the brush, which allows him to escape. A creature emerges from the water, sick from seafood, wanting to try humans for a change, but Nezha stops it. The water creature flees, and as Nezha follows it, hoping to help people, it destroys their resources and houses and kidnaps a little girl, for which they accuse Nezha. The creature believes all is well now as it enters the water, but suddenly it freezes due to a mysterious man who appears and easily defeats the creature. However, Nezha wants to be a hero, not to be helped, and returns the kidnapped child to the creature while attacking the mysterious man, who reveals dragon horns. The water creature creates bubbles that Nezha touches, which petrifies his hand. The creature eats the child, and the man with horns avoids the bubbles, pushing the child back. But saliva freezes them too, so he cannot move, and now only Nezha remains. He uses his powers to shatter the bubbles and defeat the creature, which gives him an antidote for his hand, telling him he can also apply it to his skin instead of drinking it. Afterward, he helps the man with horns who saves the creature. The little girl joins him, and they play Jianza, where Nezha cries because he is his first and only friend so far. He gives him a shell to call him anytime he wants, and introduces himself as Ao Bing. People come to rescue the little girl, thinking she has been kidnapped, and attack Nezha, calling him a demon. This angers him, and he retaliates, but Taiyi soon restrains him. Meanwhile, Ao Bing returns home to the deep sea as the son of the Dragon King, representing the Spirit Pearl. He mentions he has made a friend, but Shen warns him that Nezha is the demon pill and his sworn rival. Since all dragons are imprisoned under the sea, the Spirit Pill is their only chance for freedom. He needs to kill Nezha on his 3rd birthday to gain the trust of people as their savior from the demon they hate, as their only hope for dragon freedom. Since Nezha has only one friend, he goes to the seashore and invites Ao Bing to a birthday party, promising that he will attend. This will be his 3rd birthday, which means the curse will activate, and he will disappear. However, Nezha is unaware of this, and he is happy that all the villagers have come to support him. Meanwhile, Ao Bing receives scales from every dragon for protection, creating armor made from dragon scales that is impenetrable, and he heads to the party. But before he arrives, Shen discovers Nezha's true identity as the reincarnation of the demon pill. Nezha emerges for his birthday party, and his father gives him a small bag while Taiyi gifts him a fire-tipped spear. Chaotic Silk, a tool that adapts to the needs of its master based on its owner's traits, taking the form of a flaming chariot. But the servant asks why it turns into a pig when it is with him. Nezha acknowledges that he knows his true identity and breaks free using the Qiankun hoop, transforming into a new evil form where he loses his mind and control, attacking his own people. Only the Qiankun hoop can stop him, which Shen possesses now as he steals it. He tries to persuade Ao Bing to fulfill his task, but Ao Bing says they are innocent and doesn't want to participate. Shen gives him the Qiankun hoop while Nezha fights Li and Taiyi, and he assists them by using ice to slow Nezha down while Taiyi employs his power to capture him, after which he escapes. Meanwhile, they discover the identity of the dragon carrying the Spirit Pearl, indicating that the dragons have stolen it. Everyone calls him a thief, which angers him, causing him to unleash his power and raise water above them, freezing it and wanting to kill them all at once. During this time, the pig returns to show what happened when his father visited the Supreme Lord, where the cloud showed them fate-swapping runes before they left, allowing someone to sacrifice their life for another cursed individual to live. Li decides to swap his life for that of his son. When Nezha discovers this, he sees the runes in the bag his father gifted him, granting him a new life, which gives him the strength to return to the fight. Shen comes too, battling with his brother, while in the meantime, Nezha uses a trick to transform into Shen and attacks Ao Bing, confusing him as there are now 2 of them. Taiyi uses a map that pulls everything into it. The brush is the only way back, and it is with Taiyi as they fight for it, drawing everyone into a bubble around the brush. Shen uses his breath to turn around and take the brush, while Taiyi uses his other side of fresh breath, which chokes Shen. They take the brush, which leads them back to the party. Because Nezah's power is sealed by the Qiankun hoop, he is no match for Aobing, who transforms into a dragon, attacking from above with frozen water. Nezha transforms using the Qiankun hoop, regaining control this time, and mounts a counterattack against the frozen lake. But that is not all, as he fully transforms into a full power with 6 arms, lifting the lake, which melts with fire and attacking Aobing in the eye with the spear, sparing him and saying that he is his only friend, who now returns to human form. As his 3rd birthday passes, the curse from the Supreme Lord strikes, to end the life of the demon pill, and Nezha tears up the fate-swapping runes and accepts his destiny, binding his parents not to intervene. A lightning bolt strikes him, but Aobing soon joins him, using his dragon shield that shatters. They combine their strength, producing the greatest energy ever seen, and Taiyi can't resist, but joins them with the lotus that opens to collect and save their souls, as the lotus could not save their bodies, which costs Taiyi centuries and his chance to become the 12th God of Immortality. Now all the people gather and bow to Nezha, who saved them, and for the first time, they see something good in him.